Thursday, I believe, right? Thursday I wrote?
Yeah.
Okay, so quiz on Thursday. All right, let me go over this quickly so you have enough time to do your graded assignment. We have two types of formulas, which we've discussed so far. Two types. We have a recursive, which is where I need to know what the first term is, and I need to know what do I do to the previous term, which usually we write as A with the n minus 1. This signals recursive usually. Recursive. All right, so for this instance here, I start off with 3, and then I add 6 every time to get all the other terms. Great, it's nice, but the problem with this is, hey, if I want to find, let's say, the 21st term, what are you going to have to know? What's the 20th term? What's the 19th, 18th? This is a pain to find terms further on in the sequence. So what I introduced on Friday was, all right, not bad, recursive, even better, explicit formula, where all you need to know for an explicit formula is what term you're trying to find. Now, if I wanted to know the 21st term, I don't really care what terms 1 through 20 are. I'm just going to take 21 and put it where? In for n. All right, so that's how I can find the 21st term. All right, I don't need to know anything about the previous. So these are two formulas to find terms in a sequence. And then finally on Friday, here was the majority of what we did on Friday for anybody who wasn't here, was we talked about a special sequence, which is arithmetic, however you want to pronounce it. Anybody remember what you need to see in an arithmetic to make it arithmetic? What's got to happen? You do what to every term? Add the same number, right? Add. All right, we add the same number every time. And what's that number called we add? That's called the common difference. And what's the letter we have for it? D, lowercase d. And where we are here is a formula on your formula sheet. So if you don't have a formula sheet, make sure you get one from me today. And that is this formula right here. This can only be used for an arithmetic sequence. That's wrong. A sub n we always refer to as any term, right? And it's got to be the actual term. It can't be like 5 because you're finding the 5th term. It's got to be the actual number. All right, what is that term? I get plugged in here. This is my first term. This is my common difference. And you got to remember, for n, so if I plug in the 10th, whatever the 10th term is, I plug it in there, that's 10. All right, if I plug in the 20th term, that's going to be 20. All right, these two are always related to each other. And that was basically Friday, an arithmetic sequence. Anything you want to go over before we hop into our groups and get going? Because that's all you're doing for me today. Okay, here's where you go. You're going to, after I'm done talking, you're going to go to classroom. Under homework pages, there is a folder that says group assignment. Textbook page 670 is in there, along with other ones that you need. You and your group are doing these problems. Okay, for 32, it's only, I think it's a part A, B, and C. I only need you to do part A and B for 32. When you are fully done, I'm going to come over to your group and we're going to randomly pick which one I'm going to grade. All right, this saves from the old one person or, one person not doing anything and everybody else working. I'm going to randomly pick which one. And what I mean by randomly is everyone's going to be assigned a number, and I'm just going to randomly generate one of those numbers. And that's the one I'm going to grade. And everybody in the group will get that grade. Okay, so please make sure it's neat. It's on loose leaf paper. Max, Isabella, you want to work together today? All right, so you're not rolling solo. Okay. So you guys can get started on that. I'll leave that up here. Make sure you talk it over. You agree on your final answers before you call me over and I pick which one to choose. Okay?
Actually, yeah, can I get a piece more? Yeah.